Modern Mahjong's here for our daily talk of the tiles for June 21st, 2025. Any suggestions on where we hide this beautiful art rock? Check out our post and comment or send us a message. Today's tile topic, never say never. After learning the rules, many players often face the challenge of how to build a hand. We share tips on this topic in our posts, our visual companion guide for American Mahjong, and stay tuned for more strategy zooms coming up in the fall. We've been told by new players, and we've seen this all over social media, that you are never allowed to pass a flower. Let's discuss. During the Charleston, the object is to collect tiles that work together. We recommend players start by building towards a section, not necessarily a specific hand. Pass tiles that don't work together, all while balancing that you don't want to pass tiles to another player that would help their hand. Sometimes that isn't always easy to do. You look at your tiles and feel you have absolutely nothing, but when you take away 3 tiles that really don't work, all that's left is tiles that work together. The only absolute is you cannot pass a joker. Other than that, it's up to you. If someone does pass you a joker, simply hand it back to them and say, "I don't think you meant to pass this to me." There are no other nevers. While we don't typically pass flowers or pairs, complementary wins such as north, south, east, west, the same number, consecutive numbers, the list goes on and on. If you follow all of these quote unquote never rules, you would never have any 3 tiles to pass. So it's all about balance in the game and in life. Build your hand. What's your strategy? Are you more focused on building your own hand, or are you totally hyper focused on what is your pass going to mean to the other players? Are you preventing them from getting good tiles? Often, and maybe we could come up with a word for it, but there's somewhat of an embarrassment of passing at tiles to someone that you think they're going to look judgmentally on you, that, oh, she shouldn't have passed that to me, or oh, he shouldn't have passed that to me. So while it sometimes might feel like you're being judged for a surprising pass, either smile or don't even make any facial expression, and definitely don't comment. Now, of course, sometimes with friends, you might say, oh, you'll love this one. Those type of comments are tells about your hand. If you typically pass a safer combination of tiles, your pass to a player that you play with often might signal that your tiles are coming in nicely, and they're going to know from that pass you don't need this and you're passing it to them. You're doing well. Plan ahead. If you have a pair that doesn't work with the tiles in your rack, if you aren't going to be able to keep it for joker bait, try to break it up so you aren't stuck then passing a pair. Or if you do have to pass a pair, try to make it towards the end of the Charleston, such as the must across on the second part, when by then the other player probably is already in their section, and hopefully this doesn't help them. And then they're kind of stuck passing it along. While we start with aiming towards a section, if you're narrowing down to hands that don't use flowers and you have nothing else to pass, you can pass a flower. You can pass a pair. It's not recommended. It's not something you would do in the beginning, but it is not a never. When you have flexibility, try to keep tiles that you won't need to pass for like the final right and optional. And then those are times that you could decide, do I want to pass this along? Or do I want to keep it and do a blind pass, or only pass 1 or 2 on the optional pass, or maybe none? Some considerations, and people might be surprised to hear this, but include who you're passing the tiles to. If you know certain people always win with wind hands or always play hands with a lot of flowers, you're going to be hesitant to pass them a north and a south together, even more than if it was a different player. So if you know the player you're passing to, the hands they typically play, how many tiles are you towards your section or your hand? If you're only 1 or 2 tiles away and you know you don't need a flower for that hand, even though it's the optional, you might pass it. Whether you would rather keep these tiles or give them away because they're quote unquote valuable is something you need to consider depending on where you are. And each game, there's different factors and different nuanced decisions. And now, talking about passes, do you remember what you pass to other players and what they're passing to you? This is definitely a skill that certain players have incredible ability of remembering all of the passes that they make and all the things that are coming to them. So they know what other players didn't find valuable at the time and can pass it back to them. For new players, one way to start is by going to the first left and second left and just remembering 6 tiles. You are giving this player 6 tiles in a row, which is almost half a hand. So start by remembering what you pass them on the first left and consider the second left as another pass to this same player. Are all 6 of these working together? So try not to pass them 6 tiles that work together. Now, of course, you can see their reaction when you pass them the first 3. So that's one of the reasons we say don't react when you get tiles, put them in your rack, move them around, and don't let a player know whether they were helpful or not. If you need 2025 cards, we have even more in. We have both the $14 and the $15 standard and large card available. We ship them pretty quickly, almost immediately, and with tracking. You could visit ModernMahjong.com, our women-owned small business, and shop our curated collection of Mahjong and Canasta gifts and accessories. We're moving on to the middle panel. Yay! We're on to Quints. So this is the first Quint. It's a pair of flowers, a pung, 3 of a kind of 1 number, a kang in the next highest number in a different suit, and a quint in the next highest number in a third suit. So this Quint only needs 1 joker technically. It's any 3 suits, any consecutive numbers. It's a very flexible hand because other than that pair of flowers, the pung, the kang, and the quint can all use jokers. So this is really a flexible hand. It's also a great backup for both consecutive run number 3 and 4. If you don't understand what backups are and how we talk about overlapping tiles, we have a PDF for $10 on modernmahjong.com that we go through backups for all the different hands and talk about what exposures are in the hands on the 2025 card. So if you saw our Modern Mahjong Zoom with Barney Glacio going over the 2025 card, you're going to know the answer to this question. What is unique about the exposures in this hand? This is the only hand with a pung in 1 suit and a kang in the higher number, the next highest number, in a second suit. So look at consecutive run because that's where this would be. There is no pung kang, 1 number, next highest number. So you could watch the replay of our talk with Barney on our YouTube channel, Modern Mahjong. Exciting news, we are planning our fall schedule. Being in South Florida, we just got back from New York, or partially. We had a lot of great events, and we love hosting events all throughout the U.S. and beyond. In the fall, we are resuming events at Pinstripes, definitely in Aventura and many other locations as well, so stay tuned. Our Clive Daniel home events are resuming in the fall. So November 5th, Fort Myers. Naples, we're going to be having a daytime event. We are currently scouting the location and details. At night, we're going to be back, or the afternoon, back at Clive Daniel home. That's on November 6th. And November 12th, Boca. So the registration for these won't be up yet, but we will post and send out an email. If you don't get our emails, be sure to visit modernmahjong.com and subscribe, and then you'll get noticed.
Some New York Times.
You got Texas, you get New York.
I love it that you guys love Maj.
We teach it, we love it.
Oh my gosh, we learn it, we love it. Learn it, we love it. We're
So
still
we
learning.
both said
Sad that
in
you would
sync
talk about it with him. He
plan.
doesn't seem to
We
love
teach
it.
it, we love it. And our Learn to Play class is starting this Monday. So if you'd like to join, it is June 23rd, 25th, 30th, and 2nd, 7 p.m. to 8:15 Eastern Time. But you don't have to pass on signing up if you can't make all 4 lessons, because we will be recording it and sending it out for private replay for players that register. Speaking of events throughout the U.S. and beyond, I'm excited to be going with Donna Miller Small and Crack Your Bags, Jill and Susan, on a Canasta River cruise in Paris. If you play Canasta, this is a great opportunity. Even if you don't play Canasta yet, we have just scheduled our next series of lessons. So if you would like to learn to play Canasta now, by April of 2026, you will be ready to Parlez-vous Canasta in Paris. We hope that you enjoy our daily talk of the tiles. If you aren't following us yet, what are you missing out on? Tag your friends so they don't miss out too. We are Modern Mahjong on Facebook and Instagram, and Mahjong Community is our group. We share to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you are. So we hope you like, comment, save, and share. And with that, have a great Saturday and a great game.